Hello, my name's Rob Gill. I'm from Swinburne University and I'm just going to chat a little bit about the current situation and the contexts behind what people are calling the demise of the rock festival or the music festivals. So recently we've had a number of large festivals that have pulled the pin and have decided not to push ahead with their festivals over 2024. Obviously, Moving the Groove, Splendour in the Grass, Dark Mofo, quite significant festivals that have a long and strong history. However, I'm not that convinced that the festival scene and that the festival environment is taking a nosedive. I just think it's going through what we would typically call a cyclical nature for entertainment, particularly when we're talking about rock music or popular music and festivals. So let's look at history and go back to the late 60s, the early 70s, when this really funky, peace-loving movement created these wonderful outdoor festivals that were free-spirited and really represented the mood of society at that time. So, we're talking about our Woodstocks, our Glastonburys. We even had a wonderful Sunbury festival here in Australia that would draw in large numbers, huge numbers. And these kind of festivals, they rocked around for a good 10, 15 years and were very popular. But then in Australia we had a bit of a mind shift and we moved more into this more intimate kind of arrangement, engagement between the performers and the event goers. So we had our pub rock kind of environment where people really enjoyed smaller crowds but really being closer to and being able to engage more with the performers. Then we moved into, the kind of 90s, rave parties, lots of dancing. And then we had a bit of a movement back towards this outdoor, sustainable, environmental consideration, but being more closer, more at one with nature. And the festivals came back alive again. So I just think at this stage we're going through what we call a transformation in the rock festival, rock promotion industry. Some of this can be attributed to, of course, what the financial situations are for those that would be event goers. So typically in Australia at the moment there's real cost of living squeezes on our young adolescents that make up the vast majority of our festival crowds. And of course we also have the issues of what it costs to bring high-level, high-class performers over to Australia and bring a number of them over to Australia to fill out a festival entertainment card. So that's quite challenging too. But what we have noticed in the industry is that there are the smaller festivals that have niche genre that are still very, very popular. And so this might open the door up for those to regain a really strong popularity. Whereas people are a bit more concerned about what they're spending their money on, particularly our younger adults. They're concerned about getting good value for money. So the risk of the big festival against going to an organised rock concert that will take 3 hours and the kind of music you're going to get, it's kind of like a battle between those two at the moment. And the smaller rock concert is winning out, unfortunately, against the bigger festivals. But that's not to say that festivals won't come back around, and I'm sure they will, and I'm sure they will evolve, and entrepreneurs will come on board that will come up with really fancy new ideas. Let's consider something like Coachella, which is still very, very popular. And the festival will probably go through a small transformation, but will come back again in an era where people feel more comfortable with their finances and their time, and they want to get a different experience to what they've been having. So stay tuned. I don't think the festivals are dead yet.